Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. The Malaysian government on Friday announced incentives to jumpstart the Forest City Special Financial Zone that includes special corporate income tax rates and 0% tax rate for family offices. To attract international capital to Forest City, the government is offering a concessionary corporate tax rate of between 0 and 5% and a personal income tax rate of 15% for knowledge workers and Malaysians who choose to work there, said Finance Minister Tu Datuk Sri Amir Hamzah Azizan. He said that these incentives are expected to attract businesses, financial institutions and high net worth individuals, further augmenting Forest City's position as a preferred investment destination. Malaysia has been seeking to breathe life into Forest City, a private town sprawled across 1,400 hectares in Johor, largely developed by the Chinese after taking off slower than expected. To be developed over 2 decades, the project currently houses only a fraction of its 700,000 population target. In August 2023, PM Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim declared Forest City a special financial zone. Forest City will also be the first location in Malaysia to offer a 0% tax rate for family offices to attract Asian and Malaysian families to manage their wealth from Malaysia, according to Amir. The government is targeting to have this scheme operational by the first quarter of 2025. Forest City is also envisioned to become a hub for financial global business services, financial technology and foreign payment system operators with a special 5% tax rate. Amir said banks, insurance, capital market intermediaries and other eligible financial sector entities in Forest City will also enjoy incentives that include special deductions on relocation costs, enhanced industrial building allowances and withholding tax exemptions. Locally incorporated foreign banks will also enjoy flexibilities to open additional branches within the special financial zone and also benefit from foreign exchange flexibilities for offshore borrowing in foreign currency and investment in foreign currency assets. The minister said the administration has fortified Forest City's special financial zone with a basket of attractive incentives designed to catalyse the birth of a new financial and economic hub in the region. Tenaga Nasional has inked an agreement with Singapore's Capital Electric to supply up to 100 megawatts of electricity to the island state. Separately, the national power provider also signed a cross-border power trade interconnection agreement with SP Power Assets to ensure stable electricity transmission between Malaysia and Singapore. TNB said that these agreements support ASEAN's broader energy transition, prioritizing interconnectivity and grid efficiency as the region faces growing energy demand. The 100 megawatt supply agreement, it said, is part of the Lao PDR Thailand Malaysia Singapore Power Integration Project or LTMS PIP. TNB President and CEO Datuk Megat Jalaluddin Megat Hassan says that the agreement not only supports cross-border power trade but also reinforces Malaysia's leadership in regional energy connectivity. Malaysia currently has a 1 gigawatt interconnection with Singapore with 500 megawatts of capacity for grid balancing and 100 megawatts for TNB's export to Singapore via YTL Power Seraya, an agreement signed in 2023. Separately, TNB together with SPPA are also exploring the technical feasibility of a second power interconnection facility connecting Peninsular Malaysia and Singapore. Malaysia is looking at up to 2 gigawatt capacity for the second interconnection, according to reports. Malaysia's largest fintech company, TNG Digital, is looking at a potential domestic initial public offering over the next 2 to 3 years that could raise over $300 million or 1.26 billion ringgit, two sources with knowledge of the matter told Reuters. The sources added that TNG Digital could potentially fetch the valuation of a unicorn, namely a startup with the market value of $1 billion or more before the potential IPO, Reuters reported. The current valuation of TNG Digital is not immediately certain. The fintech raised 750 million ringgit from an equity funding round in 2022 led by investors Lazada and parent Touch and Go. Lazada is part of Chinese technology titan Alibaba Group, while TNG in turn is an indirect unit of CIMB Group. Other investors include AIA and Ant Financial. IPO proceeds are expected to be used for further business expansion in Malaysia and beyond Southeast Asia, the sources added, declining to be named as the matter was private. They added that deliberations are still ongoing and no decision has been made. In a statement to Reuters, TNG Digital said that the company continuously explores opportunities to access capital markets for funding, and any decisions will be announced at the appropriate time. TNG Digital owns and operates Touch & Go e-wallet, which commands more than 20 million verified users. TNG Digital's annual transacting users surged 70.7% on year to 15.7 million last year, according to CIMB's 2023 annual report. The High Court in Shah Alam has granted a winding-up petition to the creditor of defunct airline MyAirline for non-payment of more than $241,000 owed. In a judgment in default on September 12, Judicial Commissioner Datuk Raja Rosela Rajatoran allowed corporate information travel to appoint Datuk T. Gian Pian of UHY Malaysia to be appointed as liquidator of MyAirline. The order sought for MyAirline to be wound up by the court under the Companies Act 1965 after the airline, acting as a respondent in this winding-up petition, did not make an appearance via legal counsel to oppose it. Raja Rosela then ordered T to be paid for his services out of the assets of MyAirline and also awarded costs of 5,000 ringgit to CIT. The debt that MyAirline owes CIT was due to an arrangement entered last year whereby CIT would be the registered travel agent of the carrier. MyAirline has been mired in a number of legal troubles. In June this year, its co-founder, Dato' Alan Goh Huan Hua, was hit with a lawsuit of over 70 million from 213 investors. Then in August, the High Court here ordered the company to pay 17 million ringgit to two subsidiaries of Malaysia Airports Holdings. Eplas Gobal, which sells houseware products, filed for an initial public offering on the ACE market to raise funds to set up manufacturing operations. The proposed IPO involves a public issue of 90 million new shares and an offer for sale of 36 million existing shares at a price to be determined later, according to its draft prospectus. All in all, the listing would offer investors up to 28% in the Penang-based company. Eplas says that it intends to vertically integrate its business by setting up manufacturing operations at its Bukit Minyak warehouse. It said that the expansion into manufacturing would give the company control over the supply, reducing reliance on third-party manufacturers and suppliers. Eplas currently markets, distributes and retails products ranging from water bottles to kitchenware and bakeware, and from cleaning tools to baby products and gardening products. The company distributes its products to retailers such as department stores and home improvement stores. The company also sells directly to consumers through third-party e-commerce platforms as well as its own online store. Last year, Eplas raked in a net profit of 10.92 million ringgit on the back of 46.78 million in revenue. Proceeds raised from the exercise will also go towards funding working capital for the manufacturing operations, including for purchase of raw materials, staff costs, and training and development costs and operating expenses.